Even people who are not typically in that political persuasion of limited government per se are starting to realize, wait a second, I don't think government's doing a good job at the things that they've promised to fix. They tend to make things worse. One of the things they did make things very worse in was the pandemic. And someone who was a rare voice of truth and clarity in the midst of the pandemic was our guest now. He's a HHS scientist, or he was, during the 2020 COVID pandemic response in the previous administration. He has evidence-based scientist. Dr. Paul Alexander joins us. How are you, sir?
Hey, not bad. How are you?
I'm doing well. I wanted to have you on because there's some big things going on with this CDC deciding they're going to change their policies and their guidelines. Can you explain what happened here? You were someone who was at the very top of this decision-making conversation. Unfortunately, Fauci and Birx were listened to more than you and Scott Atlas. But tell us what to make of this new CDC policy change. What happened?
Well, because they've been caught. And what I said in May, June, July of 2020, so over 2 years ago, with Scott Atlas, who joined in August of 2020, has come full circle. And what the media, the deep state bureaucracy in America, what the CDC top people, Fauci included, he personally, they tried to fire me. NIH senior staff, what they all did and said about me, what they wrote in the media, first of all, were all lies. They misconstrued anything I said. But everything that I said, if you read it, is exactly correct and exactly what is mainstream today and exactly what the CDC is coming around to say today. So in my view, I want all of these people at CDC who made policy decisions on COVID, all of the people in NIH, all of the people in NIAID, all in FDA, all. Many people in the Trump administration. I support President Trump, and I still do. I think he was badly treated, and I think he did much better than even people realize for America. But I want many high-level people in his administration investigated, because this pandemic response started under him. I want them taken into proper public legal inquiry, and I want us to investigate every single policy decision they made. And if they cannot show that their decisions were above board and proper, and if we show, if lawyers come around and show that what they did was reckless, dangerous, and did cost lives, because this pandemic costed lives. The virus costed lives. Whatever it was, whether it turns out to be a real coronavirus or something happened, Americans, the world was exposed to something that was manufactured in that lab somewhere there in China, in Wuhan. We know that. But it is the response. We need them investigated. And if we show that they did wrong, we take every penny, every cent that they have. We strip them of their pensions. We put Fauci in the streets in sandals. We put Francis Collins, Rochelle Walensky, Robert Redfield, Hahn from the FDA, all of them. We put Buller from Pfizer, Bansal from Moderna. We put them in the poorhouse. We clean them out financially. And for some of them, I want them sitting in a jail. I would imprison them for what they've done, because they hurt Americans, they hurt American people, and they costed lives. I would punish them. I would never stop, so that nobody would. Like what they did to Trump, I will turn around and do it to them. I will be relentless until we destroy them. And the CDC must be burned down to its very studs. The FDA, the NIH, all. Take them down to their studs and fumigate them. Strip every wall. Fire everybody 100 top down across every agency in America. Every alphabet agency in America is corrupted, politicized, bogus now, rotten to the core. And I would start with the CDC and the FDA. Fire 100 down, close many of the departments and investigate many of them, defund them, strip it down. I would take CDC out of Atlanta, the entire agency. I would put everybody on notice for 3 months and say, sell your house. I don't care if Johnny and Susie in school in grade 12. Sell your house. You're going out to Alaska. I would set CDC up in the most inhospitable part of America, the most northernest part of Alaska. I would put CDC right there. All of their public servants. You want to work for CDC? That's where you're going to work. We're going to put it there. We need to punish these beasts because that's what they are, beasts. I have nothing good to say. And I could see what they're doing now. They're trying to change their guidance. But people like me have been writing about them and talking about them and documenting the data. They can't run away from us. They can't. They can't run away from me. Because we come in. We come in at you. We're going to put you in a courtroom at some point. Fauci, I don't care if he's 81. He could live to be 100. He could pass on naturally. We will punish him in jail posthumously. We will shred his name for what he's done. That's what we will do. But we will examine it properly because if we are shown that we are wrong and he was right, but then we will keep praising him. But if we are shown that he was wrong, we will punish him. Even if he passes on. His name, Fauci, will be dirt if we show what he did was wrong. And we know he was wrong. That's why they're trying to change it now. We won't let them get away.